Hey guys, welcome to Bonehead Truckers. In case you guys have been living under a rock, okay, Werner Enterprises bought First Fleet. Now let me just say before we get into this video, this guy right here, okay, he hates my guts. This guy, not that guy, that guy. There's no one over there. That guy, he hates my freaking guts. All right. Derek Lathers runs Werner Enterprises, and he ain't no fan of me or Bonehead Truckers. And maybe we'll talk about that towards the end of this video. But we're going to talk about this, and we're going to react to the little video that they made, and see what is our thoughts. What is our thought about this this big thing, this acquisition, this transaction?
Hi everyone. Derek Lathers here, Chairman and CEO of Werner, with some exciting news to share. Today, Werner officially acquired First Fleet. First Fleet is a best-in-class dedicated carrier with a 39-year history built on integrity, safety, and service.
Thanks, Derek. I'm Paul Wilson, the Director of Sales and co-owner of First Fleet. With an eye toward First Fleet's long-term future, we wanted to find a strategic partnership that ensured a strong foundation for our company.
Which tells me that they're having financial issues, right? Like, why else would you go and say, hey, we want a company to come and invest in us? All right. First Fleet's been around 39 years. Okay. And their customers are some of the biggest box stores, right? Not all of them, and they don't have all the accounts, but that's what they're known for. And they're definitely going through some financial issues, which a lot of companies are. And and so this is not too surprising to the trucking industry. This is big, though. This is actually pretty huge.
Werner was the perfect fit. We're thrilled to announce this combination of our companies to better provide expanded capabilities to our customers.
That's exactly right, Paul.
So obviously they couldn't afford to run or whatever. Maybe, keeping drivers and things of that nature. Werner definitely is a big company. Werner definitely has a lot of trucks and a lot of drivers, a lot of, the driver pool and the equipment. I mean, it's smart. It's smart for First Fleet, and it's smart for Werner.
By adding First Fleet's scale and expertise to Werner, we've immediately strengthened our dedicated portfolio.
Absolutely. And companies like Swift, Knight Swift, they're like, this is huge for them because this is a big competition, huge competition for Knight Transportation, Swift Transportation, same thing, whatever.
And significantly accelerated our growth strategy, making us the 5th largest dedicated carrier in North America. We are confident that this combination will benefit our customers, our drivers, and all our associates and shareholders.
We are ready to start this next chapter together. Thanks to the First Fleet team, the Werner team, and thank you, Derek.
Thank you too, Paul. For more information about the acquisition, follow us right here on LinkedIn or visit our website at werner.com. We look forward to serving all Werner and First Fleet customers with even greater strength and capabilities.
Good job with the teleprompter reading and all that. I think it was a good job. Do all that corporate stuff and all this. But what does it mean? What does it mean for the truck drivers? That's my question. What does it actually mean? Well, the reason why I'm doing this video, because I usually leave this up to Mother Trucker. He usually does these type of videos where, he announces one company is going out of business or one company is buying another. That's more what way he likes to do. And that sounds really boring to me to do those type of videos. So, but I really have, I want to say I have a stake, but I have experience with Werner because I drove with them. Not one mistake, but two. No, it wasn't bad. 2002, I actually started with Werner. Worked with them a little bit, and then went back a few years later, became a trainer over there. One of the reasons why I came over there is to become a trainer, because that's really actually special to me. Still to this day is training truck drivers. But I worked on several of their dedicated accounts. Sears, I'll tell you how back. Sears out of Garland, Texas. I did Masonite out of Garland, Texas. I did those. I did a little bit of Dollar General out of Ardmore, Oklahoma. But let me tell you the reason why I was never a fan of Werner. Their training is on par. I will say this. Their training is on par with what I agree with. Not 100%. I think it could be better. But with all the other companies out there, I mean, they're pretty top notch when it comes to training. Look at me, for crying out loud. They train me. Their pay sucks for truck drivers. Their pay is, and this is not, this is industry known, one of the lowest paid company positions out there. And that's the reason why their turnover rate sucks, is because they can't keep good drivers, because they can't pay. Well, they can pay. That now, when they announced this and they used this for whatever number it was. They bought First Fleet with cash, a large sum cash. Werner has a lot of money. They have a lot of freaking money. So much money that Derek Lathers, if you want to use some of that money, hey, money won't buy me happiness, but it'll buy me a boat. Just saying. He hates my guts, so he's not buying me a boat anytime soon. For the drivers, I think this is what I worry about, because I don't know the First Fleet drivers, if they got paid good, if it was a good company or not. I don't know. Me, myself personally, again, being on dedicated account with Werner, the pay sucked. The only way I could make money is by training. Unfortunately, because that's not what I wanted to do. I didn't want to train to make more money. I wanted to train to make a difference, to train drivers. Let me put this in perspective. I just told you an account that I used to do with Werner Enterprises called Masonite out of Garland, Texas. I actually did that same account with two different carriers. One was Werner, way back before the YouTube days. And then the second one was Schneider, years later. And I have those videos all on YouTube, and I vlogged those videos. Let me just say, I made way more money with Schneider, and I got treated way better with Schneider than I ever did with Werner. My biggest deal is with Werner, pay sucked, and they really treated drivers really like a number. You always hear this, oh, we don't treat drivers like a number. Well, over there at Werner, they do. It doesn't matter if you're dealing with someone from the corporate offices in Omaha or at the terminal level, shops, things of that nature. I just really didn't have a good experience. And I thought, well, maybe that good experience was just because, I was new, right? That first time around, I was new. Maybe this is how trucking was. And then I saw, I went to some other companies after that, because I didn't spend a whole lot of time at Werner my first go around. And I figured well, maybe that's trucking. That's just the way it is. And then I actually go get another job with a smaller carrier and made a lot more money, got treated way better. And I was like, oh, this is trucking. This is what I signed up for. Years later, I said, well, I wanted to become a trainer. And I said, well, the only place I know to do that, I know there's other companies, but the only company I know that I have experience with was Werner. And let me just say, it was like going back to preschool, and they would treat even experienced drivers. So, that time I think I had 4 or 5 years experience when I went back to Werner. I know you're sitting there thinking, why would you do that, Ike? Why? Because to train. But then it's like going back to preschool, like kindergarten, treating you like, like you're like you're just, I don't know, man. I'm not a fan of Werner. Now, has things changed? We're talking 20 years ago. All right, when I last worked with Werner, over 20 years ago. So, I mean, this guy right here wasn't even in the equation. CL Werner, I do believe he was running it still, I believe, when I last worked for him. CL Werner was the guy, you know, even though the pay sucked and everything. But I will say, you know, even though the trucks were cool, stripped down, but still cool, still treated you like crap and the pay sucked. And so I wonder if First Fleet drivers, this is kind of made my long story go around. And I just wonder if the First Fleet drivers that say, oh my gosh, what's going to happen to me at my job? Is my pay going to go down? Am I going to be grandfathered in with my same pay scale and benefits and all that? Or am I going to be downgraded because I'm going to be a Werner driver now? And I believe that's a thing. And I don't know if they're going to keep the two brands separate, kind of like how Knight and Swift did and every other company that they acquired, or if they're going to go and, merge everything into Werner, and it's just all you're going to see is the old Wiener wagons, even though they're not blue anymore, they're all white. But I wonder if that's actually going to happen. And so I feel for the drivers at First Fleet. If you're a First Fleet driver watching this, I'm actually concerned about it. If you're a Werner driver, and if you like it at Werner, let me just tell you this, that if you're one of those rare individuals that just love working for Werner, this could be a good fit for, especially if you love dedicated work. I made the bulk of my money driving a truck doing dedicated trucking. Anyway, hey, the video's over. It's all black over here. Where'd everybody go? I appreciate you guys watching Bonehead Truckers.